devotees for whatever the reason. So deliver them too, please. End of section. So one verse out of this chapter. So we're not going to finish because there's more verses, but that's okay. Future visit we can cover more. Let's see. And tomorrow is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day, Gaur Purnima. So we can this evening focus on some nice pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here's a sneak preview of what we're going to be discussing this evening. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed many wonderful pastimes, and one of his many wonderful pastimes was when we heard this already in Prahalad's prayers, he's Triguna. He doesn't show himself in divinity, but he's Krishna himself, in the mood of a devotee of Krishna. But there's one pastime where he reveals his divinity. It's called the Mahaprakash Leela. And it lasted for 21 hours. 21 hours. So we'll hear the details, or some of the details, of the exchanges with his devotees, when he reveals to the devotees things about themselves that nobody knew, because they didn't disclose to anybody. We'll hear. And he knew. Not only knew, he was participants in those exchanges when nobody knew. And he said, that was me, that person who came and rescued your family by boat, I was the boatman. I understood your circumstances, your calling to the Supreme Lord, I came. I became the boatman. He carried you and your family across the river for protection. Gunarnava Mishra. So we'll hear some more tonight. The Mahaprakash Leela, it's called. Prakash. He revealed his position as the Supreme Lord in front of everybody. This and that and the other. It's really nice pastime. Really nice pastime. From Chaitanya Bhagavat. With lots of nice pictures too. You know me. Lots of nice pictures. Any discussion? Prahalad Maharaj praying to the personality of God to deliver everyone, and you can do it. Please do the needful. Yeah.
It's just so beautiful, Maharaj, how you started off, like how the prayer started off with Prahalad Maharaj glorifying Lord Narasimhadev, all of that we saw, and then he's standing right in front of Lord Narasimhadev, saying about being humble, offering all of that, and then how now he's moving towards glorifying the devotees of the Lord.
Yeah.
So it just feels like how he's painting the entire picture, and how the dependency on the devotees' mercy is just so important in your life. I think it's just beautiful to see the whole connection, how it comes.
There's a passage in Chaitanya Bhagavat that says, daily, one of the things he would do when he lived in Puri, daily he would hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. And two of his favorite pastimes from Chaitanya Bhagavat were the story of Dhruva and the story of Prahalad. And he heard them hundreds of times. After hearing it one time, it wasn't like, okay, what's next? Say it again. Say it again. Say it again, because it's the mood of Prema Bhakti. A different, an Aishvarya mood, but Prema Bhakti. An inspiration one can get, regardless of, what school of Bhakti you're from, or have a liking for. It's pure devotion. And a foundational part of what Lord Chaitanya did and what he represented. wishing the deliverance of all living entities. Vasudeva Datta, but also he himself. As we heard, Vishwambar, he delivers everyone. The potential is there. Okay. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Here comes the microphone.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. These prayers are very dear to me. So I was listening to your lectures on YouTube because we have a toddler, so I couldn't come to all the classes. But the verse you mentioned, the Akila Guru, it actually struck me because when I see multiple other prayers in Srimad Bhagavatam, like where when Kunti Maharani prays, she says, Yogeshwara Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. The same verse, Akila Guru. And when Gajendra prays, he says, Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. So here even Prahalad is praying the same thing, like Akila Guru. So I've seen the same trace across multiple prayers by devotees. It's using the same phrase of Akila Guru.
I like your comment because, and here's two things about your comment. One of them is the circumstance of Prahalad, the circumstance of Queen Kunti, the circumstance of Gajendra is remarkably different. And the language of the Bhagavatam, it may use the same language in different circumstances, which underscores the point, that you picked up on it. Fantastic. And there are others that may not pick up on it. That's also, it's quite natural. But the important message is, what's the message? So, in addition to that, what you just expressed is like something that our acharyas do, which is you see something over here and you see something over there, and you make the connection between those different. You wiggle something over here and something over there wiggles, so you see like the cause, and they're connected with one another. But at the same time, at second point, it leads to, if one hears nicely, it leads to the same point, which is deep taking shelter. In Prahlad's case, he's not in danger. In Gajendra's place, on his situation, he's in danger. But when he sees Lord Vishnu coming on the back of Garuda, he feels protection. And Queen Kunti is in a very different. Krishna is leaving, and she's taking shelter of Krishna, who is leaving, but she wants him to not leave. So how do you have the Lord not leave when you can't stamp your foot and say, "Please don't leave"? She didn't say, "Please don't leave." The constant remembrance that's her position. Let my mind flow like the Ganges flows inexorably towards the sea. Let my mind flow towards you, and that's the connection. So in summary, I like your comment, noticing that phrase repeating itself. And the mood, which the Bhagavatam wants to impart to the attentive listener, that is taking shelter of the one who is capable of giving shelter to everyone. You want to add?
No, Maharaj, I had another question. I don't want to add.
That was the question. That was a nice appreciation.
So I just wanted to. So you mentioned that when we are under the shelter of the internal potency of the Supreme Lord, and unless we do something or we slacken, we are protected by the Supreme Lord's internal potency. So my question was like, how do we know, what are the symptoms to know that if we are under the shelter of the internal potency, or if we are under the...
Oh, that's easy. You know the answer.
Yes, but I just...
You want me to hear? Yeah. Okay. A very nice answer to that standard question that I hear the question asked in different ways in different places, but it's the same question. The Brahmabhuta verse is the answer. So, one who is in that situation where they're under the care of the internal potency, prasanatma, they experience prasana on the soul platform, happiness on the soul platform. And because of that, number two, that on the material side, there's no hankering or lamenting because they're satisfied. Prasanatma, nasochati nakangsati. And then there's looking around, and there's all living entities. Samaksarveshu bhuteshu. Mad bhaktim labate param. And that's my favorite part of that verse. Because, the implication is, before those three things happened, and self-realization according to those three things, it's sadhana bhakti, but it's not what real bhakti is, because real bhakti is what Rupa Goswami says real bhakti is. Jnana karma janavritam. That's real bhakti. And then before that, it's practice. And practice is nice. That's what we're doing. And then real bhakti begins, according to that verse. So those are symptoms. Or there's other verses that from the Bhagavad Gita alone that give the symptoms or lakshana of someone who is situated in the internal potency or situated, properly connected. There's the sadhana stage, and then there's the mature of the sadhana stage. Another set of verses I like that indicate, the characteristics. The section of the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 13 that describes the characteristics of knowledge. And each of those are very similar words that are found in other places. That, the number of symptoms of one who is situated in knowledge. Aman it bum adum bit bum, for example, and then a whole nice long list. So there's approaching that, and then there's the mature stage. So the mature stage is, even supposing you and I and others are not in the mature stage of Krishna Bhakti, but we're practicing, we're not at the mature stage yet. Are we in touch with the internal potency? Or is the internal potency taking charge of us? In the sadhana stage, is the internal potency taking charge of us? Well, the answer to that is, it depends. I mean, yes, but it depends. Supposing there's the intermittent feature of bhakti. Sometimes, sometimes not. Sometimes, sometimes not. Sometimes, sometimes not. The slackening of submission in Bhakti Siddhanta's language, or Bhakti Vinod Thakur's language. So when there's slackening of submission, the internal potency, we're making a choice, and the internal potency doesn't interfere with our choice. So then sadhana has to become, we're sadhakas, our sadhana has to become fixed, steady, not intermittent. And then we're in the care of the internal potency, consistently, or more or less. Because there was something in the preamble of your question that I didn't comment on, but now I'm commenting on. We're in this intermittent sadhana stage, or anishtata bhakti stage, and we're still in the stage of bhakti. It's a stage of bhakti, but it can be intermittent. And then it's not the same. Supposing Suresh stops paying his electric bill for a while. He probably won't do that, but... And then you can get your electricity cut. The wires are still there, but you have to pay your electric bill. And then you get electricity. May take a few days, but you get electricity again. Okay?
Thank you, Maharaj. I just wanted to, if I understood correctly, you explained it wonderfully, but so is this the right understanding that the Nishtha stage, the connecting to
Yes.
the Rupa Goswami's
Yes.
ladder, it's
Yes.
the Nishtha stage is where we will be
That's
completely-
right. The
correct.
same as the Brahmabhuta
Brahmabhuta
verse.
stage, okay.
Same.
Okay.
The same thing is, it's found elsewhere.
Mhm.
A very nice place that is found elsewhere is, because I've been speaking about it at length, Canto 3, Chapter 29, Explanation of Devotional Service. And there's a stage where it's not intermittent.
Correct.
There is a stage where it's intermittent. And there's a stage where it's not. And there's it's something that we have to do. You can say a price that we have to pay our electric bill. There's something that we have to do from our side to demonstrate to the personality of Godhead. Not just pleading, please remove the obstacles, but then demonstrate the commitment that we mean what we say. Oh my Lord Krishna, I surrender unto you. And I'm looking out the window. I'm sending text messages, I'm distracted. That's not just, I say the words and voila. It's not like that. It's not mechanical, it's devotional. I mean, it's a simple point, and it's personal. Bhakti is personal. Otherwise, it's not personal. So it's a relationship, and he'll reciprocate. So the Nishtha stage is a benchmark.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Maharaj, in the beginning of the class,
She doesn't need a microphone. Don't give her the microphone.
People in the Israel, they cannot hear the
Yeah, they can hear her. She's got a loud voice. You got to hold the microphone like 6 feet away from you. Go ahead. I'm teasing.
I know.
I know.
I know you like to tease me.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the class, you talked about empowerment.
Yeah.
Is it available to all? And if yes,
Of course. Does the sun shine everywhere?
how should we strive for that empowerment?
Oh, you know the answer. Sadhana Bhakti. We're not there yet, right? So what do you do when you're not there yet? You practice to get you there. Sadhana Bhakti. And what is sadhana bhakti? There's guidelines and standards and making connection with the representative of Krishna, not just in la la land, pretending something or other. You make the formal connection in manner that's prescribed. And then Krishna smiles.
But why are some people empowered and some not?
Well, you know the answer, but I'll give the answer. You're referring back to the question, just like this question that Akinchana Krishna Das Babaji was asking. Faith in the holy name, and then I'm adding another factor. Faith in the holy name means the right kind of faith in Harikatha along with the holy name. It's not just the holy name, stand alone. It's the holy name and Harikatha. The sound, the Srimad Bhagavatam. With all that same faith in the holy name that one has in the Srimad Bhagavatam and vice versa. And then there's the empowerment, unique empowerment, that not everyone's eligible, but then it's up to the Supreme Lord to empower someone to do something or not. Just take a practical example. Where's the young devotee who was playing mridanga? Ah, here he is. Let me ask you, how long have you, when did you start practicing mridanga? A few years ago, right? You like playing mridanga? Huh?
I love it.
You love it. I know a devotee about the same age, maybe a little bit older, and he's like superlative. He's decided that for 6 months he's going to go to Vrindavan and relearn mridanga playing. And he's like, the guy when it comes. He doesn't have to be asked. He's there, leading, playing mridanga. Whoever's singing, he can also sing, but he particularly likes mridanga. So it's by is anyone eligible? You're gifted. He's gifted, and some other people. There's a lot of young people in the course of my travels. They're really gifted at kirtan, particularly at mridanga playing, and how you can play mridanga the way you play mridanga is like. It's incredible. Congratulations. It's an empowerment. Is anybody eligible? Well, I know some people that practice mridanga and they're really clunky. And some persons practice mridanga and it's like very refined. One of the kirtans that you're leading, you're trying to prompt the mridanga player to follow the mood, and they didn't have the gift. They did what they could, but some persons are gifted and some persons are not gifted. So what makes the difference? That's the question. That's your question. So practice. Get a good teacher, and you keep practicing. Supposing on that one of the gifted ones, keep practicing with a good teacher. And then teachers plural. And eventually, if Krishna so desires, one can become a proficient mridanga player. If Krishna doesn't desire, you keep playing mridanga anyways, because you love it. And it's a way of making an offering of myself, the body, and etc., an inclination for music, and offering that to Krishna. But I'll suggest a really important part, eye contact. Important part is how you chant japa. I'm pausing because I know some young people that really like kirtan and they don't have a blankety blank about japa. And they'll say it. I've had that happen. No. Okay. Have you ever thought about? No. Like sticking their tongue out kind of tone. Okay. Then there's a limit of their music capacity. Then there's the other is, so back to anyone. And Krishna smiles and voila. And Krishna doesn't smile and you just keep practicing. With the right good teacher and the right mood and wanting to please Krishna, and how to refine that? Japa. You add the holy name to the activity and it becomes more spiritual, more spiritualized. Proficiency, empowerment. That's exactly what Akincana Krishna Das Babaji was saying about the gift that Prabhupada had. So, I think we should end.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi. Here's a request. Those of you that like kirtan, during the commotion time when everyone's getting situated and kind of doing the social thing, have kirtan. And it's nice. It's our process. In some places I go, it's already set up, and that's kind of like there are different persons. There's some anyway. It continues the spiritualizing the atmosphere mood by kirtan. Even some persons they have service to take care of, or they're distracted by something, or they want to say Hare Bol to somebody they haven't seen in some time, or something like that. That's okay. In kirtan mood. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
And a big thank you to our host Suresh Prabhu and Guru Lakshmi Mataji for hosting today's program. And I know we had a lot of little children and they kept quiet most of the time, so very nice. Please join us this evening at the temple. We are going to be discussing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day, since we are celebrating Guru Purnima tomorrow. So that please don't miss that class. And then tomorrow our Guru Purnima festivities start early in the morning with Mangala Aarti, and then Guru Puja, Darshanarti, Guru Puja and so forth. And the evening program will start at 5:30 with Abhishek and Kirtan, followed by class, Arati and Prasadam. So please join us tomorrow evening also. And we're going to go ahead and recite the Prasadam prayers, and see you later. Hare Krishna. We'd like to recite the Prasadam prayers today. Hare Narayan.
Mahaprasade Govinde, Namo Brahmane Vaishnave, Swalpa Punya Vratam Rajan, Vishwasunaiva Jayate, Sharira Vidyajal, Jodendriya Tahekal, Jive Pele Vishaya Sagare, Tara Madhye Jikhvayati, Lobha Maya Sudurmati, Take Jeta Katin Samsare, Krishna Bada Dayamoy, Kari Vai, Saprasadan Dilobai, Sei Annamrita Pao, Shri Radha Krishna Gao, Premida Ko Shri Chaitanya Nita, Jai Nima Jai Tai, Jai Shri Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bhagavad Mahaprashadam ki jai.
Cake time.
So we have two birthdays.
Two birthdays.
Yes, so we have
I know one. Who's the other one?
his birthday 2 days ago. And
How many days ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
And we have Nikis, whose birthday happens to be today. Oh.
His birthday?
No, Nikis.
Nikit, come forward. Then you have the photo tonight.
Oh, not in front of
Camera. You can do the front. Mataji,
You for camera. Yes.
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Do it as a preaching one. Rather than wasting time. Oh, there is. There is no requirement of don't do it as a fun. So she has to leave that. Do it as a preaching. No, I think she has to leave at 120. Yes, definitely. I would want to know. This was some kind of their company, I think, is diversified. A lot of things they do. Oh yeah, try it.
Should we make the plates first or sing first?
It's fine.
I'm just saying. Because then if we make the plates, we can just sing it however long we want.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
No, just make the plates. It's fine. Yeah, you also play. Whatever you want. You ask the singer. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll sing. Whatever.
Oh, you are singing that?
Yeah. I don't want to get too loud while Maharaj is here. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Where's my phone? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
No, it's good. Next one. I'll tell you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.